Hey y'all, it's Kathy Bowe, and I'm your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And let me just start off by saying this whole thing is a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. Everything about today, this week, 3 weeks has been a hot mess. Um, just a quick note, I'm going to share with you about the Big Shot embossing mats, and then I want to tell you where I've been. Okay, so this is the way it comes. It's in a plastic thing. It says Big Shot embossing mats, and you get this plate here, which I call a plate. It's called a standard cutting pad. No, it's not. Okay, we're going to call it a cutting pad, okay? It's a little thicker and it's white. I mean, these are our other ones. And yes, they look like this on purpose. It happens. As I said before, my friend and I called each other and were like, oh my gosh, I've ruined it. But no, we didn't ruin it. It's just the nature of the pad. So typically, when we make a sandwich, we use our Sizzix multi-purpose platform, which now Stampin' Up has um, a different setup of these, but I don't see any point in buying it right now because I have everything I need to do what I need. Typically, to die cut, we're going to use this tab 2 down, tab 1 and tab 2 down. We're going to put one of these down. You put your cardstock down, you put your framelit or thinlit down, and then you make your sandwich, okay? There is a Big Shot video below. Well, I'll try to link it below, but it's in my files if you look for that, and it will teach you exactly how to do what I just said. Now, what these do differently is this Big Shot embossing mats package turns a framelit. This would actually be considered a thinlit because it's got so many little busy things on here. It turns this into okay, definitely does this a light embossing or a heavy embossing, and you can also cut it out just like you normally would. And of course that's running around here somewhere. I'll find it right after I've done my video, I'll bet you. Let's see. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to use this, okay? And bear with me, I just learned myself. It's, you know, it's hard to find good help, people. It is hard to find good help. What did I do with my little guy? I don't know where he went. I'll just cut another one. Okay, so here I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Big Shot because I can't find the dang thing. All right, so, and yes, my Big Shot is gorgeous and it's all pretty and all that. The one we sell with Stampin' Up is black, which is fine. I just love teal, and I had to do this in order to live a normal life. I had to have this one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this out of some Very Vanilla, just because it happened to be laying on my desk. This is your typical sandwich. You've got your plates all closed. You've got layer number 1, which is this plastic plate. You've got cardstock, and you've got your thinlit or your framelit. A framelit is typically just one shape, and the thinlit has a whole lot of detail to it. Okay, and yes, my voice is all froggy, and that's just life today. That's just one of the many fun things going on around here. Okay, and I don't know if y'all know or not, but when I say around here, I'm talking about 6 little acres, and that is where I blog. Haven't blogged in a while because I'll tell y'all why in a little bit. Okay, so this is typically how that works. And you see I've got my design there. I'm just going to go punch-a-roo, 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 and just get this guy loosened up a little bit. And then we punch out the rest of the pieces, okay? So, another tool I have for that is this little guy here. And there's a brush that I left. What I need is an assistant, and I don't have one. So the brush seriously is like hiding out with the other thing like this. Hold on, just a moment. Please hold. Elevator music. Okay, got it. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm trying to be efficient, so I keep putting things up. Who would have thunk it, y'all? Okay, so I'm using my little brush. Brushy, brush, brush. And it works really well. And really and truly, it'd probably do better if I had left the little metal framelit on top. But y'all get the idea, okay? All these little guys need to come out. Come on, come on, come on. Trying to make this a short video, and guess what? That ain't going to happen. Nope, not today. Here's my scary dental tool that I really cannot do anything without. Well, I mean, I can drive without it, but I'm just saying, in my studio, this is a big deal. It was like, I don't know, 50 cents at I don't even know how much it was. But it was under $1 at some hardware store. I don't even know. But, creepy a tool as it is, I love it. Okay, so that's going to be the regular Big Shot cut. Very pretty. And this comes from the stained glass Thinlit dies. Don't get excited. We don't package our dies in these. I moved them over to these. We packaged them in these. And that's last year's dies, so don't get excited about those either. But anyway, you see right here? So I would put my die back in here and roll on. Okay, well, I'm going to set him in here right now because I'm going to lose him if I don't. Okay, so now we're going to use the these other guys, the embossing mats. And this is the 3 items. You've got a thin blue mat, a thicker gray mat, and then the plate. Okay, well, everything tells us that we've got to remove one tab. And y'all be prepared. I'm probably going to screw this up. I'm not kidding, y'all. Not kidding. Okay, so I'm going to point him up this time. His cutting edges are pointed up as opposed to down. Okay, I'm going to point him up. I'm going to find my cardstock here, which is not very pretty, y'all. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. It's not going to look great because you see this is dirty and, oh, shoot, come on. Here's some. I'll use this. Okay, point it up. I didn't want y'all to see dirty cardstock. I'm going to use the blue one, which is thin. And it gets all these little things on it, and that makes me nuts, but it's okay. It's all right. I can deal. Oh, wait a minute. Did I? Oh, yes. I put the white plate down first. Then I put my cardstock. Then I put my doodly-doo pointing up. That's wrong. I put my doodly-doo here and my cardstock on top. Don't do as I do. Just do as I say do, right? That's what Mama used to say. And then I'm going to put this on here. It's anybody's guess what's about to happen. Anybody's guess. But I do know one thing. It was very easy to roll that through. That's a good sign. Number 2 thing, I know it jiggled the camera. Sorry. That is because of centrifugal force and gravity and all other scientific things. Okay, so here we go. We have a very light embossed window. Yay! It worked. Forget this part. That was a sonic boom earlier. Very light embossed. Can you see that? Okay, so we have used this framelit to make that pretty window shape, which is here. And we've also used it now. We used to have just one use for these things, but now we've got this pretty embossed shape. Oh, but wait, there's more. Okay? We're going to do this again. We're going to put all this back together like this. And I've still got this top plate down that way. I've got one tab on here. I've got my white thing that came with the thingamathing. And I'm putting this right here. Or do I want to put it there? I'll put it like this. We'll see what happens. Now, I'm going to make things a little crazy. We're going to go with this thicker gray shim. All right, lay it on there. Put on the top plate. I'm only using one of these. Here's the other one. He's hiding out over here. He's glad to have a break. Okay, line everybody up. And here we go. There will be a little bit more force on this one. It actually feels like it's cutting. We shall see. Anything can happen, y'all. Anything. Okay, and all that noise is my chair squeaking. Oh, good. Phew, that was close. I thought I was a goner here for a minute. Okay, first of all, I smoothed out a lot of that one that I'd just done. So excuse that. But here is the next one. See how pretty? And it's really heavily embossed. It's not cut. I don't know why that gray is there. Or maybe that's, well, it's cut a little bit. But, I mean, if you want to make more use out of your framelits, this is the way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to go through this this step here one more time because I can, because I smoothed them out, and I really want you to have a good example of the three together. So we got the 1, 2, and we'll do this one again. All right. And the only difference is here, I'm just using the blue pad instead of the gray. I've got my plate here. I'm putting my window there. And there's a crease in the thing, but, you know. Put my window there. I'm putting my blue pad on top. And, yes, that's my dog barking. It's very late at night. I cannot see if anybody's on, and it's okay because y'all are probably asleep. Yeah, this is where it cuts very softly. Not cuts, but embosses. Okay, so let's look at this and see. Okay, here we go. So we have this lighter emboss that's perfect. I mean, that's really a good embossed image. Then we have the heavier embossed, which almost cuts through, but not quite. And I think I can do something with that little color there. And here's the three together. Look at that. One framelit set, 3 different results. How cool is that? Okay? So basically, and yes, I did it differently than how they say, and then their video, which, oh my heavens, that's the most boring video I think I've ever watched. The video from Stampin' Up. I did a little differently because that's what works for me. Okay, so meanwhile, back at the ranch, what have I made, you ask? Well, let me show you. First of all, I'm going to put this little guy back because we do not like missing pieces. Secondly, I die cut this netting from Under the Sea. See what I do here? I put it in one of these boxes. I write 8 pieces because nobody bothers to tell us how many pieces are in there. And if you're using your stuff, you want to start with 8 pieces, you want to finish with 8, right? So I used this right here to make this netting, and it was scrap paper, and that's why you see some ink on it. But that's the netting. Let's cut that out. I used the, oh, look what I just found. I told y'all. I told y'all. There we go. Goodness. I used the Dandelion Wishes for the greeting that says wishes for, no, sending well wishes your way. And this is in the current catalog. Yay. All of the items I'm showing you are. This is the actual embossed net as opposed to this. How cool is that? I'm thrilled for the price of framelits and thinlits that we're getting more uses out of them. And y'all know, if it's nautical, I have to have it. I must have it in order to live a normal life. So, this is the card that I made. Is that not just so sweet? And there's not, the only stamp is from the Dandelion Wishes. That's the only stamp. I did not buy the stamp set because the stamp set that goes with the Under the Sea framelit dies, actually, I think there was only 2 stamps that actually you would use with it. And I thought, gosh, I can get a whole lot of use out of these things. So I did. And what I did here, I just used a, I'm not kidding, it took me probably 10 minutes to make this card. I used a sponge, a Stampin' Up sponge that I dipped in my ink, and I used different shades of green here. And if I were smarter, I would have brought it to the table to show you. And I just distressed this with a couple of colors of brown and did those in, oh, that granite gray. Yes, that's one of the colors, granite gray. And that's all I know. And anyway, these are the little gift card or little cards. It's a, please hold, I'll get that. Okay, they are the Whisper White note cards and envelopes. So, okay, let me tell you where I've been real quick, and then I'll sign off, and thank y'all so much for coming. And you can go ahead and quit watching now if you want to. But I had a back issue for a full week, put me in bed. And once I got up, was ambulatory. I was so full of myself, I thought, oh, that's just great, because I'm just feeling so good. And then I fell. And I fell hard. Like EMTs had to come and put me in an ambulance. I've never been in an ambulance before. I don't ever want to be in one again. But they took good care of me, and they did a CAT scan, and y'all should already know there ain't nothing up there, so I was fine. But I had a lump on my head about this big, and now it's about that big and about this high, and that was 2 weeks ago. So I had a slight concussion, and I'm just getting back to normal. Actually went to Bible study today. I drove, and I'm feeling pretty good. So God is good. He watched out for me. When I fell, I hit a brick wall with all my weight straight down on my head. It was crazy. I'll be 60 in November, and I'm starting to think, hey, maybe I really am turning 60. I don't know. So that's it. Thanks y'all for visiting, and please subscribe to my channel. I need you. And I will keep updating you with some cool things. This super fast card, do it, make it. Get the Under the Sea framelits, and you don't even need the stamps. Just get that. The reason I didn't get the stamps, there's this big old octopus on it. And, I mean, it's cute, but I don't know of a single soul I'm going to send a card to with an octopus on it. And I am not only your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, I'm your honest independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm going to tell you like it is. If y'all love octopuses, go ahead. Octopies, y'all just buy that set. But if you're not crazy about it, don't get it. You don't need it. You can use this right here. All right? So please subscribe to my channel. My store link is below. I need your business. I need your subscription. And thank y'all so much for stopping in. Y'all have a blessed week. Toodles.